You and me hanging from the willow tree.
Hello YouTube, this your girl Monii, and I'm back at it again with another video. I apologize in advance for my voice. I had a crazy weekend. It was awesome. I hung with my sisters and my best friend. We had a good time. Too much fun. I lost my voice. But I am here to do a story time. If I can talk through the video. But this story time is about when I found out I was pregnant at 15. I got my water. Hopefully this will help clear my voice up or whatever. But okay, y'all. So I was 15 at the time. Well, I was 14 at the time I met the guy. I was 14 years old, and we went to separate schools. We didn't go to school together. So he was a little bit older than me. I was 14. I think he was like 15, 16. He was like a year and a half older than me. Yeah. So how we met was we met through mutual friends. I knew this girl, and she introduced me to him. We'll call him Jay. So my friend introduced me to Jay, and that's how we met. So like I said, we would talk on the phone. We would, back then we didn't have any Facebook, or now I think we had MySpace like 2 years after I met him, but at that time we didn't have MySpace. If we did, I didn't know anything about it. But yeah, so my homegirl introduced us. We used to talk on the phone, text, and things like that. And we used to just conversate on the phone. We never seen each other. We never actually seen each other in person. We used to get pictures from, the mutual friend, because she would go over there to visit her, I think her dad or something like that. And, when she would go over there, we'll call her Tamika. When Tamika would go over there to Jay's side, she would, send back letters and pictures that I would send. And, we would communicate through the phone and through her. So we never actually seen each other in person. But, we fell in love. We were 15 and 14, so we didn't know anything about love or, how it worked. We didn't know anything about that. So, I would talk to other guys and he would talk to other girls. We were like friends more than anything, and we would always talk during the summer and stay in contact during the school year, and it would just be like a good friend through the phone. He stayed like 30 minutes down the road from me at that time, but I'm 14, he's 15. We didn't have a car. Our parents wouldn't just drop us off, to see each other. It didn't work that way. So one night he called me. He was like, I'm trying to see you. I want to see you. I'm sick of just talking on the phone. I'm ready to see you. So it was during the school year when we had that phone call. And I'm like, Jay, I can't come, even on the weekends, I can't come. My mom would have a hissy fit if I came over there and she found out. I just can't come, Jay. Now during the weekends at that time, I had my best friend that I'm still best friends with, me and her and, other girls that we, hung out with would, we would go to the skating rings. We would, just have fun and just hang out on the weekends. So I did lie to Jay, and I told him I couldn't link up with him because I was afraid that, I was just afraid to finally see the face, put a face to his voice. So I was just like, no, I cannot do it. Maybe in the summer, call me then. We can hang out then, but during the weekend, Jay, I can't do it. So he's like, okay, I understand. He was like a really, really cool person. He was like, I understand. You know, the summertime is what right around the corner. So whenever it happens, I want to see you. So I'm thinking like, oh Lord, he's gonna want to see me. Sorry, y'all, I need some water. I'm like, next month school is out. He's gonna want to see me ASAP. So I'm like, okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna just try to beat around the bush, you know, when that time comes, because I'm just like so nervous. I'm young, I'm a virgin, I'm just so nervous, you know. Mind you, like I said before, we did have other people that we would talk to. So I was talking to this guy, we'll call him T. I was talking to this guy named T. We had been talking for about 7-8 months. You know, we really, you know, vibed and we kicked it or whatever. So, you know, I really, really liked him. And let's back up a little bit so y'all won't be confused. When school got out that next month, which was like, I think June, Jay called me. He was like, yo, are we linking up? Are we hanging out? What's up? What are we going to do? And I was just like, you know, I was really attracted to T at that time. So I was like, no, I have a boyfriend now. I know you're talking to somebody, which he was. He was talking to some girl he went to school with. And I was like, I'm just not feeling it. And I was telling myself that because I was thinking like, I'm not going to lose my virginity with a guy that has a girlfriend. And I'm just his side chick or whatever. I don't know what I am, but I'm not going to be that. So I did have enough sense to know that. So, you know, that summer went by. He was like, okay, cool. He was so upset, but he just, you know, he eventually got over it. He understood. So, you know, the summer went by. I was hanging with T, having fun with T. I lost my virginity. And me and T, we just like, we dated for like a year. Not even a year. We didn't really date. We just like talked for like a year. I wouldn't even say date. We just talked for a year after that. And then it just eventually died out. You know, at that age, things happen. You move on when you get over that person. So it just eventually died out. So I'm back in school. In high school, you know, hanging with my friends, having a good life. I haven't heard from Jay in like a year, you know, the year that I was socializing with T. So I'm like, okay, I thought about him one summer and I was like, I wonder where he's at. You know, I'm thinking in my head, oh, I'm ready now. I'm ready. I done lost my virginity. So I'm not going to be afraid to see him. So I wonder where he's at. I couldn't get in touch with him. And it was just like, he was gone. And then one day, he called me. He was like, yo, I've been looking for your number. I've been trying to get in contact with you. We moved. My phone number changed. I lost my book that had your phone number in it. Where have you been? So I'm like, yo, I miss you. I want to see you. I'm ready now. What's up? Like, I'm grown now, you know. So he like, oh, you grown now, so you ready. I'm like, ready for what? You know, and he's like, ready to see me. I'm like, oh, yeah. So we continue to talk on the phone. We, you know, talk that whole month of June. July come, he called me. He's like, yo, I have a homeboy over here. He's bored. Do you have a friend that y'all can just, sorry, I got makeup on my hand. He's like, do you have a friend? Y'all come over and just hang out with us. And I was with my homegirl. We'll call her G. I was with my homegirl G. She was spending the night over my house. Well, she actually spent the summer with me. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm with G. We can come through, but we don't have a ride, you know, and I'm 15 at the time. So he was like, okay, well, I'll try to ask my dad or whatever, to come pick you up. If not, then see if you can get somebody to, you know, drop you off over here. I have gas money and stuff. So at that point, he's like, I think 16. So he was like, I'm working now. I got gas money. Just tell that person I'll pay them if they drop you off. He was like, let me call you back. I'm gonna call my dad. So he called his dad. It took him about 10 minutes to call me back. He called me back. He's like, my dad's at work. He can't do it. So I'm really like, at this point, I'm anxious to see him because I wasn't afraid anymore. Like, I wanted to put a face to this voice I had been talking to for, what, 2.5 years? So it was just like, you know, I want to actually see him. I want to actually vibe with him in person. So I'm like, oh man, why your dad can't bring me, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, let me call you back. I'm about to call. My brother had a car. My older sister had a car. But my middle sister, she stayed like 30 minutes, 45 minutes away. So not even that. At that time, it felt like that far. But she was probably like 15, 20 minutes down the road. But, you know, I used to walk everywhere. So that felt like forever. But I was like, I'm not going to ask my sister because I already know my sister's going to be like, no, do mama know, you know, the big sister, why you going over there? Why you chilling? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, let me ask my brother. Now, my brother, he don't play. But something just told me to ask my brother. So I called my brother. He did answer the phone. Like an hour later, he came home. He didn't stay with us, but he, you know, came to see my mom or whatever. So he like, yo, what's up, sis? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Kenny, I want to go see Jay. I want to go see my friend Jay. And he's like, Jay, that's a dude? I'm like, yeah, it's a dude, but, you know, I'm going to be good. I'm a good girl. You know, I made good grades in school, and I'm going to, you know, be okay. You can trust me over there. So he's like, where he stay at? And I tell him where he stay at, and he was like, oh, that's right down the street from where I stay at. So he was like, okay, I'll take you. Because if anything happened, I can just pull right back up over there. And I know the address. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So he was like, get the address from him. So I was like, you know, getting the address from Jay. Jay was like, oh, you really coming or whatever, blah, blah, blah. My brother like, I want that gas money too. So Jay was like, okay, cool. I give him gas money. Y'all, my brother took me over there. Jay told me, Jay was like, when you get here, you're going to have to hop in the window because I don't want my mama to know you here, blah, blah, blah. You can spend the night, whatever the case may be, but you're going to have to hop in the window because I don't want my mom to know you in here. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm 15 years old, a young girl. I didn't know, you know, to have a man walk me in the house. I didn't know that. I didn't, you know, I didn't know. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, I'll do that. So my brother like, okay, y'all ready? So me and my homegirl G, we get in the car with my brother and his homeboy, and they drop us off. All right, so I call him up. I call Jay. I'm like, Jay, my brother do not want me hopping through your window. He wants you to come outside or open the door. Let me in. Jay was like, oh my God, my mama, she in her room. She gonna find that you here. I'm gonna be in trouble. Like, I just can't do that. I can't do that. So my brother get on the phone. He like, bro, I know you like my sister. I know you want to see my sister. But I'm not letting her hop through that window while I'm out here. She's not hopping in no window. We can go home and maybe y'all could discuss chilling in a public area. But she's not hopping in no window. Let me do it. I don't want him to get in trouble, blah, blah, blah. Trying to basically convince my brother that it was okay to let me hop in the window, which it wasn't. I didn't know that at the time. I'm young, so I'm like, you know, whatever. Let me hop in. I want to see him. So in the middle of us talking, he calls back. Jay called back. Jay like, okay, my homeboy L in here, he gonna walk outside and I'm gonna distract my mama and L gonna let y'all in. So that's what happened. L walked outside, he came outside, and then I don't know how Jay managed it, but Jay talked his sister, he had a little sister, he talked his sister into even letting us in. So Jay came outside. I guess his sister was a distraction. So she I guess, was talking to his mom, and he came to meet my brother because my brother really wanted to meet him. He wanted to meet the guy that my sister would be hanging with, which is understandable. So Jay came outside and my brother met L and Jay. and everything was cool. My brother was like, okay, you know, take care of my sister. So we go in the house, y'all. We go in the house. I'm like, you know, I'm thinking I'm cute. We had some little jean shorts on and some little Chinese slippers. If y'all, you know, my age, y'all know what I mean by Chinese slippers. And, you know, I was like excited to be there. So L and G, I'm about to tell y'all her name. L and G, they chilling, they hanging out, they talking, you know, vibing or whatever. And me and Jay, we vibing. So we put on a movie. I forgot that movie we put on. Don't Be a Menace while drinking gin and juice or something like that. And a sex scene came on. So y'all know what that means. I guess since the sex scene came on, they felt like we were supposed to have sex. So that's what we did. G and L, they went into some other room. I guess his little sister had like a playroom. They went in there. We didn't see them again. And me and, you know, Jay, we messed around. So he had a condom the first time. The second time, he was like, I don't have a condom. What you want me to do? And I was like, I don't want to die from a sexual transmitted disease. Because at that age, I thought any disease you could die from. So I'm like, I don't want to die. I don't want to, you know, but I really, really like you. So I was like, let's go. For the night, I spend the night over there. We have a good time. Like, we click like how we did on the phone. So, you know, we called it official. We said we were in a relationship. So months go by, probably like 2, 3, 4 months go by. Me and Jay, we still talking. We still conversating on the phone every day. And, you know, that was the only time we messed around. So I'm like, okay, nothing's wrong. At that age, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about my period. I didn't think about none of that. So I didn't, you know, check for it. So I'm like, okay, I didn't have a period, whatever. Things happen, right? You don't always have a period every month. I didn't know that. So probably like, it's like 4 months later, something just didn't feel right. I was like, something is wrong with me. I don't know what it is, but something's wrong with me. I don't know. I'm still hanging with G. G still spending the night on the weekends and things like that. And I'm telling Jay, I'm like, Jay, G come over Friday. When she come over, I think I need to go get a pregnancy test. He was like, what you mean? I was like, I don't feel right. He was like, what you mean you don't feel right? I'm like, I don't know. It's just my body feels different than how it normally does. And he was like, so you think you're pregnant? And I'm like, yeah, possibly. And he was like, okay, well, you know, when Friday come, let me know what happened. So Friday comes, G come over, we go to the, I think it was Walgreens. We go to Walgreens and we go get a test. So G got in the shower when we got back home, and I was in the bathroom with her, and, you know, she was like, you gonna take the test? You gonna take the test? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to. I'm so scared. I don't know what I'm gonna say to my mom. I don't know how my mom's gonna react. My mom's gonna kill me. She's gonna kick me out. I'm not gonna have anywhere to go. I'm gonna have to go stay with Jay. I don't want to stay with Jay. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? She's like, take the test first, and then we'll take it from there. G was older than me. G was like, I think G was 16 too. She was like a year older than me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So I took the test while G was in the shower. I laid the test on the counter with the face down. I did not want to look at it. I waited on G. She got out the shower. She got dressed. She came back in the bathroom. I was still sitting in the bathroom at the same spot, just sitting there. I'm like, okay, it's done. Check it. She flipped it over, and it says pregnant. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. I was just shocked. So I'm like, what do you mean it say pregnant? What do you mean it says pregnant? She's like, you're pregnant. You're pregnant. So she showed me the test, and I see where it says pregnant. I just seen my life flash before my eyes. I said, Jesus, I know my mom's going to kill me. I know I'm dead. So I might as well enjoy my life while I can. I just didn't know what to do, y'all. I was so afraid of my mom. Like, I didn't know how my mom would react because she would talk to me about sex and how not to get pregnant. So I'm like, I know what not to do. I know what to do. My mom already explained all this to me. It's not like she didn't tell me. So she's going to be mad. I say a month go by. I know I'm pregnant at that time. I don't know how far along I am. I just know I'm pregnant. A month goes by. School starts. School starts back. I think it was like, I think it had to be Thanksgiving break or something like that because we was out of school that weekend for like a week. So it had to be Thanksgiving break. So school go back and my mom was like, you need some new clothes. Your jeans are starting to get, tight on you. Your shirts are looking smaller. You growing up, girl. We need to go shopping and get you some clothes before school go back. So be ready such and such time, and when I get back, we're gonna go get you some clothes. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want no clothes. I don't need no clothes, mama. I'm just getting a little weight because I eat a lot. I was like, mama, I don't need no clothes. I'll be okay. So she's like, you sure? She was like, you sure you don't want any more clothes or jeans and stuff like that? I know you love to go shopping and get you some new clothes. Why you don't want no clothes? I'm like, mama, I'm just eating too much, getting lazy. Thanksgiving just went past, girl. I just ate too much. So give me about 2 weeks and I'll probably lose this weight. Yeah, eating less. I couldn't. I was hungry all the time. I always wanted to eat. I always wanted to drink something. I always just was hungry. Like, so I could not lose the weight. Like, that weight wasn't going anywhere. Like, I knew I wasn't going to lose that weight. 2 weeks go by. My mom come back to me. I'm laying in my bed on the phone with Jay, talking to him. He's talking about baby names and stuff like that. We having a whole life behind my parents' back. So my mama come in the room. She like, get out the phone. I was like, okay. She was like, we're going shopping tomorrow. Well, I'll write you a note, an excuse for school, but we're going shopping tomorrow. We got to get you some new clothes. You can't keep wearing these tight clothes to school. No. So I'm like, okay, that's what you want to talk to me about? Cool. We can go get some new clothes, whatever. So the next day came, we go to the mall that was right up the street from our house. We go to the mall. I go in the dressing room. She pick out me some jeans and she let me pick out some shirts and stuff like that. And then it was time for me to try it on. So she was like, okay, go in the dressing room, try your clothes on, come out, let me see how they fit. So in the middle of me trying to get my jeans on, she walked in the dressing room. She was like, what you doing? So she walked in. She was like, girl, what's wrong with your stomach? I was like, I don't know, Mom. I'm just eating a lot. I eat a lot. I was in denial. I did not want to think I was pregnant. I knew I was pregnant, but I was in denial in front of her. I didn't want her to know. But to my friends and to my, boyfriend, oh, I'm pregnant, y'all. I'm going to be a mama. But when it came to my mom, no. She was not going to find out. So, she was like, something wrong. You need to go to the doctor. We need to take you to the doctor and see why your belly's so big and pudging like that. She was like, you don't have a belly. You don't have a waist. So why do you have one now? So I'm like, all right, cool. She about to find out. She is about to find out.
She found out. She found out I'm pregnant. And
she was honestly so accepting about it because my middle sister had got pregnant at like 13. So she had been through that situation. So she took it better. She wasn't happy and like praising that her daughter, her teenage daughter was pregnant, but she accepted me, which I love my mom for that. So, she started talking to me about staying in school, getting my education, getting a really good job, and just taking care of the baby. And I'm happy at this point because my mom knows I'm pregnant. I don't have to hide it. I was happy. My family, I won't say they were happy, but they was accepting of the fact that, okay, she's having a baby. What can we do? We bought baby clothes. We bought diapers. I remember, this makes me so sad, y'all. Sorry, I'm about to tear up. But I remember my mom bringing home like this big thing of diapers. And just, you know, clothes and shoes and stuff. And she was just like, she was going to be a supportive mom for me. And I was happy that I had that support from my family, even though it wasn't like a joyous time. They still supported me. They still was going to be there for me. So, you know, Jay's there for me. His family was there for me. Like, it was awesome on both ends. So, you know, I just remember that one day that she brought those diapers home and those clothes. And I was just like, so that's when it hit me like I'm about to have a baby. So fast forward to, I was 8 months pregnant. When I started going to the doctor, I was like 5 months pregnant. So I didn't have a lot of visits with the doctor, like I should have had, but sorry. But at the age of 15, you don't know that. So 8 months, I'm 8 months pregnant. My mom used to go to every single appointment with me. Like, she never missed an appointment. And at that 8-month appointment, I went in her bedroom. I was like, Mom, are you ready to go? You know, you're not dressed. We got a doctor's appointment today, because I'm so used to her going with me. And for some reason, she was like, no, I want to stay in the bed today and pray. Have your sister drive you. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get my sister to take me. My sister takes me to the doctor. So I get back into the room, and they had to do an ultrasound because I'm 8 months at the time. So they want to see how big the baby is and how much he's weighing and, you know, all that stuff that happens at 8-month doctor's appointments. So the lady, she did my ultrasound, and she stopped and looked at me like, and I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what. So I'm like, okay, she looking at me weird. And she was like, I'll be right back. I gotta go get the doctor. So she walks out, go get the doctor. The doctor come back in. He's like, hey, Miss Bradley, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. We're just here to check the baby. So he does an ultrasound like she does, and like she did. And he looked at me. He was like, you're 8 months, right? And I'm like, yeah, you're the doctor. You should know that. So he's like, well, there's no movement with your baby. And I'm like, what you mean no movement? I didn't know what that meant. So I'm like, what do you mean no movement? He was like, we don't see a heartbeat for your baby. Your baby has died. And I'm like, what do you mean my baby has died? I just felt my baby kicking 2 weeks ago. Not thinking your baby's supposed to kick every day, you know, or at least every other day, or at least feel some type of movement. But when I thought about it, I was like, oh, 2 weeks ago. That was the last time I felt my baby move, was 2 weeks ago. What's going on with him? Can we get him back alive? Like, I'm 8 months. My mom done bought all this stuff. Jay bought all this stuff. His side of the family is excited about the baby. Like, we gotta reverse this. We gotta let me have a baby. Like, how am I gonna go to school and tell all my friends that my baby died? Like, what am I gonna do? I just couldn't process it. So I get my sister in the room. They tell her the same thing. She's like, okay, I understand. She crying, and we're crying, and we're just like shocked about it. So we get back home. We tell my mom about it, and she's like, I felt something funny. I didn't want to go to the doctor's appointment for a reason. I knew it was something wrong. So yeah, we found out my baby had died, and it was like really, really sad because everybody had prepared for it. We was just like excited. My mom had bought all this stuff. We had to give away to, you know, fortunate girls. But, you know, it just hurt me that my baby had died. I didn't know how to go to school and face people. I never told anyone that my child had died. Like, even the people I went to school with, they didn't know because I was so embarrassed about it. I didn't know how to tell people about it. So I didn't tell people. Like, my closest friends were like, can I come over and see the baby? Let me see the baby. Like, and I just would be like, oh, he's with his dad. He stayed with his dad. And, you know, people know now, but it took me time to grow and learn how to tell those people what happened. But yeah, that's my story time. I got blessed with a five-year-old. He's 5. Um, so I'm sad that I didn't have my child, but God knows everything. He knows timing is right. God know what someone can handle, and obviously at that time I couldn't handle a child. I would be partying all the time at that age, and things like that. And I get a lot of questions about how my baby died, and I found out when I got pregnant with my son now what happened to my child, because I never knew throughout those years why my child died. I just knew I had a deceased child. But I found out that I have factor 5. Factor 5 is a disorder that's when your blood clots when you get pregnant. So the baby's not eating, the baby's not getting the nutrients he needs, because my blood is clotting the tube that feeds him. So whenever I do get pregnant, or if I not even just whenever I get pregnant, I will have to take blood thinners throughout my entire pregnancy, which is terrible, but it keeps the baby alive. So yeah, that's how my baby died. I had factor 5. It was a disorder, unfortunately, and I cry about it all the time. I'm coping. I know how to cope with it now that I'm older, but at that age, in high school, I just didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to talk to my friends. I didn't know, what to do, because I had never heard of it happening before. But yeah, that is my story time, you guys. Sorry about my voice. Hopefully you can understand me, but I hope you really enjoyed this video. Next video will be out soon. If you guys have any requests on any videos, drop them below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified on when I post some new content. But I really appreciate you guys taking out this time watching this video. Yeah. I'm sad that I didn't have my child, but God knows everything. He knows timing is right. God know what someone can handle, and obviously at that time I couldn't handle a child. I would be partying all the time at that age, and things like that. And I get a lot of questions about how my baby died, and I found out when I got pregnant with my son now what happened to my child, because I never knew throughout those years why my child died. I just knew I had a deceased child. But I found out that I have factor 5. Factor 5 is a disorder that's when your blood clots when you get pregnant. So the baby's not eating, the baby's not getting the nutrients he needs, because my blood is clotting the tube that feeds him. So whenever I do get pregnant, or if I not even just whenever I get pregnant, I will have to take blood thinners throughout my entire pregnancy, which is terrible, but it keeps the baby alive. So yeah, that's how my baby died. I had factor 5. It was a disorder, unfortunately, and I cry about it all the time. I'm coping. I know how to cope with it now that I'm older, but at that age, in high school, I just didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know how to talk to my friends. I didn't know, what to do, because I had never heard of it happening before. But yeah, that is my story time, you guys. Sorry about my voice. Hopefully you can understand me, but I hope you really enjoyed this video. next video will be out soon. If you guys have any requests on any videos, drop them below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified on when I post some new content. But I really appreciate you guys taking out this time watching this video. Yeah.